Good evening, Commissioners, Chair Williams, Dr. Garretson, and the new Commissioner, Mr. Baker. So, this is Bruce Patterson, Garwood, New Jersey. Just welcome back. I'm sorry I didn't attend the swearing in the pomp and circumstance. I always try to, but it was a conflict with the Garwood one. So, I guess let's go into the questions on the resos. So on page 3, reso 102, it's $264,000 for it looks like upgrades or some kind of security and software systems. But one of it is the computer-aided dispatch center, and the other one is for records management system. I'm just wondering, is there a split out of the $264,000 as to what goes to the dispatch center and what goes to records management? Only because I kind of keep track of the dispatch center and the costs that the county and the taxpayers are incurring. Number 103, $188,000, Roselle, it looks like Roselle will be paying the county, and that's just for 1 year, $188,000 for police, fire, EMS dispatch. I'm just wondering, could somebody explain why it is so much? Because I recall the other contracts with the other towns were a lot less. I don't know some numbers. They were rather small. The page 4, number 110. This is a reso for Remington and Vernick and Secaucus for purposes of redistricting and ongoing consulting services relates to the county election information. Now this is a strange one, only because Remington and Vernick are engineers, and I don't see how they could have any experience with county's election system unless you can explain that a little further. But something sounds very strange with this one. This one really needs to be cleared up. I have no other questions on the resos, but for general comments. You know, I look forward to being the chair, Chair Williams. The time that you did step in when Chair Marabella was out, you were well-spoken, polite, organized. So I actually look forward to this coming year with you as chair. Don't know how long our honeymoon will last, but whatever. So I look forward to the year. And for Commissioner Marabella, I mean, you guided us through 2 years of pandemic, so I do appreciate your efforts on that, and along with the rest of the commissioners and County Manager Oatman. Just an ongoing, the budget cycles here, and my ongoing statements going back probably to 2016 is that we should be able to have a zero tax increase. Because, I mean, we're sitting on who knows how much money now we're sitting on since the county jail is closed, and Joanne Rajapi, the county clerk, mentioned that we're at record revenues from the real estate transactions. So, I mean, we're sitting on a lot of money. Before the revenue transaction, I mean, we were sitting on at least $100 million free cash. This is free cash I'm talking about. It shows up every year in the budget in the running fund total at the end. So I know it's free cash. And so I keep asking for a zero tax increase for all the towns. Commissioner Hudak, actually, last time I said it, he says, oh, well, we got equalized values. We can't do that. And he's wrong, because the equalized values are not our enemy. They are our friend. And I guess let me just give you an overview of probably what you should do. And and Chair Granados, Commissioner Granados isn't here, unfortunately, but I mean, I'll be glad to explain a little further, but all you have to do is we have our base county tax from last year, and now you have the equalized value that obviously is going up or down depending on the towns, and you just take it on the last year's, the increases and decreases of the equalized value. You take it on the county tax collected from last year, and you'll see the ups and downs. Well, you take the largest increase of the change of equalized values this year, put it on to last year's county tax level, and whatever the largest increase is, that's all you have to do is just flip it around and deduct it from the county tax collection, and you should be able to break into a zero tax impact. Of course, some will be The taxes may go down a little more for certain towns, but at least you'll be at 0 or less. And I've been saying that for many years, and this is the first time I guess I had to explain it in a little more detail. So I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Patterson. Are there any other members of the public who want to come forward? Okay. Seeing no one else, I will formally close this portion of the meeting. Oh, I'm sorry.
Question.
I forgot. Yeah, I actually did write notes. Okay. So Mr. Patterson had questions on public safety, and he had one question for our elections administrator. So Resolution 102, which the question was, how is that software cost split?
Thank you, Chair. Actually, Mr. Patterson, questions on 102 and 3. I'll answer them both. For number 103, it's based on volume. The number of calls, that affects the price. That's the variation between towns. For 102, he asked about the the difference in the 264,000 between dispatch and upgrades, I guess, but I do not have that breakdown for you. I could talk to Director Moran and try to get you that answer.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair.
And then on Resolution 110, Ms. Dorado, the contract for Remington and Vernick.
Yes, ma'am. Through you, Madam Chair. The contract with Remington and Vernick was awarded through a fair and open process. They were pre-qualified both in 2021 and 2022 to provide GIS and population mapping services to the County of Union. They were provided with an RFP to submit a proposal, and of those, they were one of two who submitted. They were far more qualified than the other vendor to provide this service. They have extensive experience in rewarding and redistricting. This is at least the third time that I'm aware of that they've done it for Union County, and they do provide districting services throughout the years that we are allowed to do it. In this year, following the 2020 census, they are performing this work for 12 counties in New Jersey. So they are respective statewide for this work.
Thank you, Ms. Dorado.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
So GIS and mapping. Okay. I apologize, Mr. Patterson. It was not my intention not to have your questions answered. Just jumped the gun a little. Great. Okay. All right. So now, seeing no one else, I will close.